Hello and welcome. Today is Thursday, 7th day of November 2017, and I'm going to use this as an instructional video and just going over buying low and selling high. As what I like to do oftentimes is just look back at history and ask yourself, what would have you done, and being real with the situation. Let's take a look at this on the daily chart and we can go back in time. I'm scrolling back, and what I can do is I can move this back like this and think, okay, well, what would I do in a situation, and watch it move, and anything within that level. But what I have already done, and I'm going to go over what I have, is to go back in time and say, okay, let's assume I wanted to start playing into this code, buying low and selling high. Then how would it have worked out? I'm going to go back to August the 15th of 2016 when the price was 354. Okay, August the 15th at 354. Right there. Assume you were looking at this chart on this date and you're like, oh my goodness, look at all these nice little sell and buy moves. Well, I want to get in this, one might say. And what I did for this is, let's assume that I had 0.4 Bitcoin. So therefore, I'm going to use half of it to buy it at market price 354 now. I'll place a buy order for 0.1 Bitcoin at 201 and another one at 101 price for another 0.1. And then what I'll do, and I would buy 50,444 with my original purchase, is I put a sell order in, selling 18,000 at around 475, matching up with this high. And then I would look to sell maybe another 14,000 at 675, matching up with this previous area. And then for another higher amount, let's sell 12,000 at 975. That would still leave 6,444 remaining, and they will stay in that of remaining. So therefore, either the price has to move up to 475 or 18,000 will be sold, or it has to move down to 201 where 49,626 would be bought. So let's see what the next move is. Nothing going on in here. Of course, we're selling at 475, buying 201, and there's the 475 sell. And within that, I would have gotten back 0.085 Bitcoin, and I would stick a buy order in for everything that I sold it for in Bitcoin numbers at the price 333. So now I'm going to be looking to either buy at 333 or looking to be selling at that of 475. Or no, I just sold 475. No, 675 rather. So we're moving on, and 333 got bought. 333 got bought. So I will put a sell order into, and I bought 25,461. I would sell 22,000 at 495. So that would leave over 3,000 back in the bank. And then the markets continue to go further, down to 201. Down to 201. So therefore, the buy at 201 would get me 49,000, and I would put a sell order in for 350. So now I'm buying at 101 or 350, and well, there's the 350 hit. So I can sell 40,000 there, and I'll try to buy it all back at 201 again. And I bought it all back at 201. I would have bought back 68,981 for 0.139 Bitcoin, and I'd like to put a sell order in to sell 35,000 of the 68,000 and at 55,000 at 365. I'm selling 55,000 at 365, putting 13,000 or so into the bank. And as the market continues, and I've already bought at 201 here. Oh, look at this. A beautiful move up to 460, which means my sell order for 365 went through. And now within that, I can buy what I would do here. I sold 55,000 at 365 for 0.2 Bitcoin. So I would buy half of that, or 0.1 Bitcoin, at 201, and another half of that at 151. But as we move on, look at this move in here. This goes all the way up to about 900, which means everything that I had sell orders in down to that point obviously got filled. So therefore, what got filled? 365 for 55,000 and, excuse me, 495 for 22,000, as well as 675 for 14,000, which would have totaled. And yeah, I need one more day. It went up to 1,400. Another one for 975. So the sum of the 3 days worked out to be like 0.319 Bitcoin. So I would sell them in, or I'd buy back in thirds, looking to buy back at 501, 401, and 301. But I still had, I want to go back to here, by the way. This is where I meant to be at. Or right here. So if you see a market go up from here to here and you're at 1380, I'm not too enthusiastic about buying at 1,000 or 800 right now. I'm really not. So if you're selling here, I think it's smart to place buy orders much, much cheaper. So when I looked at it here at 1380, I thought, yeah, put 501, 401, and 301 as places to buy. But because I had funds in the bank, I can technically sell at a much higher number. So then, that's what I did. I sold, as I'm reading this, an additional 13,482 at 1997, which would have came the next day. How did I do that? I didn't have a sell order there. No, but I had funds in the bank. So when you have such and the markets go higher, then you can do such. Now after this, I decided to, okay, market's up this high. Where do I buy back? Now if I could have, and I was around 4,000, I still had tokens in the bank, I would have sold more if you were there. But at 27, I already sold. At 2,000, I don't need to sell anymore. Now what I did do is I moved the buy orders that I had from before, 500, 400, and 300 to 300, 500, and 700. That's one of the adjustments I did make here when I was playing this game. And then from that point forward, I thought, where do I buy back with what I sold? And I looking down, you know what? 1250. And 1251 was the number. And as you can see, that move would have came into play. So buying at 12,000 or 1,200, 10,000. So okay, let's sell it at 2,500, and it was an immediate sell. Okay, let's buy it back at 1251, and there we can see it buys. But not only does it buy at 1251, but it also buys at 1,000, where there was a buy order as well. So that was a buy of almost 10,000 at 1251 and over 13,000. At the this number here, but it went even deeper than that. This low in here went down to 700. There were buy orders at 850. There was a buy order at 701. 4 of them all got hit. So in a situation there with 52,220 that would have been all bought in once in 4 buy orders, well, I can now do things like I was sold, maybe sell 15,000 at $14.99, 12,500 at $24.95, sell 9,000 at 6,000, and sell sell 7,500 at $99.95, and that would leave 8,200 to put in the bank. So accumulation within the funds, but there would be more buying to come. 501 and 301 follow. And there's the 301. So after putting in these buy orders in, I decided, okay, let's sell about 15,000 at $9.99 and 28,000 at $7.49. And they would both sell. And there it is right there. They both sell. So I asked, okay, let's buy back at 700, 500, and 350. 1 basis point above each number. 1/3 of what I sold it for, which worked out to 0.358 there. And 2 of the 3 would get bought, the 7 and the 5. And that's where we stand today. Overall, I calculated 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20, 23 trades. 23 different buys and sells. And from my calculations, the start was 0.4 Bitcoin. And if someone had 0.4 Bitcoin buying in at 354, just bought and hold, they would be up about 74 basis points. That is better than 20%. So a buy and hold player at 0.4 would be better than 0.48. The balance, after doing everything in which would have hypothetically been done in a market that had a huge long-term pump and dump, would be, my Bitcoin balance overall would be 0.439 in that of waiting for buy orders. The amount of sell orders and I would have waiting would be 82,000, and then available in the bank 36,420, and that left me with 118,000 plus for a rate at this current level at around 428. That'd be worth half a Bitcoin. Overall, 0.95 Bitcoin, 94 Bitcoin. So doing all of these buying and selling back and forth within a market like this has turned into moderately decent gains. Now, given that's only been 13 or 20, a little over a couple dozen trades, you can only get so much in the amount of gains. And also, if you go back to the whole point of markets up so much, a lot of times when these buybacks occurred, buying back, when something goes up from like 410 times like this, then sometimes you might want to wait for even deeper pullbacks. But overall, this was just a safe, simple strategy, because what would have happened if, say, this level would have been support? By buying back at 5,800, you're always playing, I don't care what the market does. It's just I'm going to capitalize on every possible selling opportunity that presents myself. And if any buying opportunity presents itself to such, I guess I will be doing the same. And just wanted to go over a quick example of such. So assume someone wanted to start right now even, and this is just a random code. I don't know. This can be done with anything that can move in a volatile, choppy manner. It works well. Okay, so you buy at 426, And then you maybe do something of the same similar manner. Maybe you want to do it on a short-term mark, play hundreds of orders, or just play a few orders here and there. But you could put in levels. Okay, I'm going to buy in next at after this. It's going to go down to 270. Then if it goes to 270, let's try like, or even 200 for that. Well, yeah, let's do like maybe 300, 200, 100, and then maybe 75 after that. As possible places where I'm looking to buy. Where would we sell it right now if we got in? Let's just say you got in now and you wanted to put, like we started before, 3 different sell orders in. When we look at this just as of now, you got your first area. You could probably do around, depending on how tight you want to play, you could put an order in around 750. We got the psychological 1,000 mark, and then you could put a sell order in around like 1495. And if your next buy order happens to be down at like 275, you do not need to do a single thing. You don't have to anyway. Until at least it makes it to either your buy or your sell signal. And then, of course, as a buy comes in, oh, you buy at 270. Now you can consider putting in a sell area in maybe at around 600. Or you have the sell come in. Say you sell at about 750. Okay, now let's try to buy back at 500 or 400. And then, of course, you put your buy order in for such. Just wanted to go over an example of how it's done. And let's just even do a random code. A random code. AB, let's just letter, I don't know, F. Factom, Funfair, Feathercoin. Feathercoin's old, so that one works. Let's go back in time. Okay, so you'd see it here at 35.68. Okay. Now, one might say you don't have to buy now. Just wait till it goes down here. It's like almost guaranteed it's going to. Of course, if you bought here, you'd list it on some sales, but you say you bought here at 25. Have a buy, and now, oh, you got buy order hit August of 2015. Let's put a sell order close to 5,000. Maybe buy next at 1,500. Okay, you buy at 1,500. Buy at 1,000 then. You bought it at 1,000. Now you can sell it like 2,500 and 3,500. You can buy at 500. Well, I said you could buy it to sell at 25 and 35. So there's your sell. There would be your sells for 25 and 35. Buying back, well, 3,500. Yeah, you can buy it back in here. 2,500. Yeah, maybe 1,000. And then all the sells in here. So it really is a way of capitalizing on the uptrends. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.